Good morning, good evening, good evening, Earthlings, wherever you may be on planet Earth. This is just a quick video because we are all going out. I don't know if you can see, and I've got matching shoes. We're all going out to the Dolphin Safari annual Christmas party, which we've all been looking forward to tremendously. And as it would be rude not to dress up, we are all dressing up, and there'll be a follow-up video of that later on. I have just received a message from a friend that Mr. Bouzy has confirmed that he will be participating in the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. There is a Daily Mail article about it. Good, I'm glad the Daily Mail are aware of his existence and his previous tweets, and I'm sure that I and a lot of other YouTubers have copies and screenshots of the horribly vicious bullying tweets that he has put out in the past. I don't know what he's going to say in the documentary, but there is a reference in the Daily Mail to the allegation that at one point all the people on the internet that don't like Harry and Meghan or don't approve of them emanated from a very small group of people. That was the initial allegation this time last year. I think we should all brace ourselves for a bit of a rocky ride, but the truth will come out. I believe that YouTubers will be named in this documentary. I deeply suspect Yankee Wally, Murky Meg, According to Taz, Sue Smith and Trevor Coult. The Netflix documentary may well unleash a wave, a tsunami of hatred on the royal family. Now, the royal family, that's one matter. They're used to this sort of thing, to a point. They have security and they live in castles. These YouTubers do not. So brace yourselves, but this could also be the moment that the world is looking and that the YouTubers that have been doxxed, have been attacked, I hope they have copies of the threats they've received, the abuse they've received, how YouTube has sided with an unnamed protected couple. I hope that all that does come out. As I've said many times before, I would not have stepped into this fray if I was not really thought about it long and hard. And so we are braced for the truth. It certainly won't be the first time that my family have been hung out to dry. Let's hope the Daily Mail are on our side for once. And I rather suspect they may be. Benjamin is wearing clothes today. I do apologise for the live last night, but it was my fault. I did park the computer right outside his bedroom door, but I thought he was going to be in Rhondda on a motorbike rally, but then it rained. And I'd sort of got it in my mind where it was going to be. Thank you very much, Glinda the Good, for joining us, Sue Smith for joining on the live, and all of you who modded, Rhea Snakespeare, the lovely Rhea Snakespeare, Karma, the lady with the name, the tag name that begins with an S, it's something like S. Strudel, I can't remember, Sandra Parrott, and many, many more. All of you, thank you very, very much for joining us. So, we are off to partay at the boss's expense, aren't we? To a certain extent.
I'm just going to have the spiciest curry. I'm getting my taste buds spicy already because I'm eating a spicy sauce.
Okay, that's a nice thought. And Graham, you're going to stand up and show us your suit?
Yeah.
Which I've spent ages cleaning up because it was covered in mildew from the boat.
She did.
Yeah, maybe you can take the phone so they can get a full shot
Hi.
of us. I know it's
Hello,
cool.
My wife looked magnificent.
And I don't want anybody putting any video they get of me looking a bit fat. No profiles, so I've got to suck it in.
I'm going to purposely get you now.
They do every Christmas. I slave over Christmas, and then they make the most hideous videos of me looking really, really weird.
That's me.
Oh, here comes Faith. No. Okay, you're not ready. Okay. There'll be more later. As always, thoughts, opinions below. Will we all be eaten alive? Will the truth come out? Is Christopher Bouzy regretting any of this? That's anyone's guess. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings, wherever you may be. Right here in Spain right now, it's absolutely tipping it down. Cats and dogs, isn't it, Graham?
It is, yeah.
I've still got my furry coat, my furry hood on, which came in handy going out for a break, and we all got drenched on the way home, and it wasn't even that far, was it?
No, you're only walking to the car.
Anyway, this is just a quick update again because the situation's moving very, very quickly. Quite a few of you, and I haven't finished reading the comments on the previous video because I've only just got back from the Dolphin Safari dinner party, have suggested there may be a case for defamation if any YouTubers are named. Yes, absolutely. However, defamation is not cheap. It's very expensive. Now, when Graham and I were having our difficulties with newspapers, the newspapers knew we never stood a cat in hell's chance of really going full swing on a proper defamation. Having said that, there are certain people who are going to be in this Netflix documentary who've made so many enemies that it is not unforeseeable that perhaps a newspaper would back the costs of a defamation. I'm not saying any newspaper has offered to do any such thing, but it's not inconceivable. For example, the Guardian newspaper, and I know that they are like in favour of Christopher Bouzy in theory, they have in the past spent inordinate amounts of money on legal cases in order to make a point of principle. The Daily Mail has done the same. Not sure if the Sun's ever really gone out on a limb on a court case, but there's nothing to stop them from doing so, or other benefactors. So just because anyone at Netflix or Christopher Bouzy thinks that a YouTuber might be potless, that's not to say that the ton of evidence and that them wanting to take action wouldn't be sponsored, for example. Another point I'd like to make is that I do personally hold evidence that the troll who used a dead stuffed pig's head, an image from The Shining, I believe, horror film, and made a threatening video towards me, my family and Wally at using a kidnapper-style computerised voice. I have in my possession a screenshot of Christopher Bouzy supporting that troll Twitter account. That's evidence. So if it does now come out that he was on Meghan Markle's payroll, that to me is her fingerprint on threats to me and Wally as but one example. And I'm certain the other YouTubers will have many other examples, as do I, but I'll have to dig through it. And I just don't have time at the moment because the whole thing's moving fast. And yes, that will all come out. Yes, the dead pig's head, remember that one, guys? Hey, Yankee Wally, get my name out of your mouth. Clean your ears out. You and your friend Fiona are disgusting. You've blah, blah, blah. Threat. Remember that one? Yes, I've got a screenshot of Christopher Bouzy. I believe I put it on my community post, but in case my YouTube channel goes down, please all go collect all the evidence that you can. All that you can. We will not be silenced. There is a lot of us. And if this Bouzy is going to seriously go on Netflix and say Meghan's been bullied, well, load your Gatling guns, people, because here we come. That's all I've got to say on it, on the subject. See you later.